Anybody, listen guys, I want to say this before I move on for a minute. Those of you who know me know I have traveled from coast to coast. I have seen fighters that have blown me away just because, oh my God, did you see that? Or, holy shit, how'd you hit me with that? Anybody hear these things before? I've seen some incredible fighters. I've seen things that I wish I could bring here and go, look guys, look at this film, oh my God. This is like the top 10, but I can't. But what I'm gonna tell you is, all of those guys have something in common. And it's not what we've already talked about. It's understanding fighting. It's understanding why they're standing there. I've heard, well, think about your feet in a box. I've heard stand there and deliver. I've heard block and returns. I've heard be the attacker. I've heard be the guy that pulls you away. I've heard it all from all these great fighters. But the one thing they have that a lot of people constantly miss is the fact that they just don't go to practice to fight. They go to practice to work on what it is they are talking about. They're talking about running away, and they're good at it. Well, God dang, I've seen Balder get his ass smacked down like 6 out of 7 fights with some guy doing that to him. It was amazing to see that guy do that to him. Anybody ever imagine that? Well, if you haven't imagined it, or if you've seen it, you gotta go, wow, how did he do that? How many here has been hit by Balder? I've been hit.
He's thanking up me.
I mean, we've all been hit mostly. But think about this. How'd that guy who's this tall, your own size, whoop his butt? I mean, honestly, whoop his butt. And Balder was not looking bad that day. It wasn't like Balder was having a bad day. Just that guy made him have a bad day. All right, let's step past that. Let's talk about other great fighters. Anybody fight Michael Bedford? All right, y'all know what it's like. He may be a little higher on the gauge, but that's really not important. What's important is the guy is technically sound when he fights. He uses his body, his hips, he uses that massive chest of his, and he has some pretty big arms, guys. Don't let size. He can generate so much force in his blows that he can blow through your shield, he can blow through your sword, and thank God it's not real. Because the guy would really take your head off. The point is, that's another great fighter that we can all associate with and say, hey, I know who we're talking about. That's the guy to walk up to and ask for 2 or 3 minutes of his time. So, you all understand where I'm going with all that? Anybody not get it yet? What kind of style do you fight? Yeah. What do you fight? Yeah. What do you fight? You come on the field, I fought you. What do you fight? Come out here in the middle of this field. You tell me what you like to do when you're in a fight.
When I'm in a fight, I like to, right at the onset.
It doesn't matter, the whole fight. Talk about the fight. Talk about your fight.
I try and watch what the other opponent is doing, try and take advantage of any mistakes they try and make. I try and keep range out. I'm not very much core.
Stop. So when you're trying to take advantage of somebody's mistakes, are you on a defensive mode? Or are you hanging out in offensive mode?
I try and, I should be a little bit more offensive, but I tend to be a little bit more defensive.
Perfect, thank you. All right guys, I'm going to talk about something that most people do not do. Martin hit me not long ago with a shot that I didn't see coming because I was so focused on hitting Martin that I wasn't ready. And that was way outside the box that I'm comfortable in. But I wanted to hit Martin so damn bad because it had been so damn long since I got a chance to hit him that I wanted to hit him. I mean hit him. Not take him out of the ballpark kind of hit him, but just wow, dude, that was awesome kind of wow. So I was so focused on that. Who here does that? God damn it, everybody put your hands up. If your hand's not up, you're lying. You too. Okay, everybody here has done this and is guilty of this. They get out there, they square up, and they're like, woo, I gotta throw this shot. This is the honeydew of all honeydews. I'm gonna get him with this one. And he's waiting on you. He's seen you do it. You ain't gonna hit him with that. And then he hits you. And he blows you up. He blows you up, and you're like, damn, how did I let him do that to me? It's because you were so focused on, I have to throw this blow. Anybody ever get out there and go, I'm going to throw this? This is what I'm going to throw. Nothing else matters. I'm going to do this shot first. It's got to happen.
Going for one of these 5-blowers.
Well, but I'm stepping past that for a minute. That's what you should be doing. But how many people have gone out there and went, I'm going to hit you with this? Okay, we all have, and we're all guilty of it. I still do it. It makes me mad because I walk away going, God, man, I know better. But let me ask you a question. Who has a bread and butter shot? Who has one shot that they're really good at? Guys, come on, everybody. Everybody has one shot that they can throw that they're good at. Let me ask you about that bread and butter shot. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Want to hear it?
Bad.
It's a good thing.
Both.
It's a good thing. And I don't hear nobody.
It's both.
It's a good thing.
Both.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this from my personal experience. Your bread and butter shot will cripple you and plateau you. It will keep you on a plane of fighting because you're so damn busy throwing that rap every single fight because I can get this in here. What happened to your backhand? You're weak there. And what about the flat snap? You guys remember me talking about those 5 things I'm weak about? And you're out there working your very best thing every fight? You're plateauing yourself. You're crippling yourself from advancing. Anybody here not believe that? And think about it. Think about it. Why do you keep throwing that shot? Oh, I know the answer. Who knows that answer?
Win.
Because I won with that before, and it works! What happens when you fight Gunnar with that? Did it work? Now you can't do anything with that shot because he knows you can throw it. Am I wrong?
You are absolutely right.
That's your bread and butter and he knows it. What happens when you try to use it?
He says block, smack.
I'm going to ask Ike this next question. When you're on a field and you're watching people fight, why are you watching them?
See what they can do.
Why are you doing that? Why are you watching that guy, man? What's wrong with you? Are you eyeballing me? Why are you eyeballing me?
Because I want to know the game. I want to know how you move. I want to know how you throw your shots, how you change your blows.
Bring that bread and butter and I'll learn it. And you don't even got to fight me. So when I come against you in a tournament and you pull that bull crap out of your butt that you've been relying on for the last 3 rounds and you've actually got past the first 3 rounds, what do you think I'm gonna do to you?
Block, smack.
I am so ready for you. My mouth is, and my mind is going, hyperventilating. I'm smiling. Anybody see me smile when I fight?
Never.
You ever ask yourself why I'm smiling at you? Anybody know the answer?
Because you know it's a short fight.
There's a whole bunch of reasons for that smile.
You're waiting for my shoulder to drop so you can smack me on the
I'll
other
be
side.
real honest with you. The first reason is I'm having a damn good time. Period. But if I'm really smiling at you and I'm eyeballing you and I've got you locked in like a laser, the fight's already in my chair. Hi! I'm not socializing. I'm running for president, man. What's up? There's a fight going on. What are you doing, man? You squire? Who are you here with? It's awesome. It's awesome. Well, good to see you. You watching the fight now?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you really watching the fight while I'm talking to you?
Yes.
No, you're not. Are you? All right, guys, listen. When you're at the tournament, and especially if you're in that tournament, you're a damn fool if you're walking around shaking everybody's hand, talking to them, instead of watching the guy you might have to fight. Why do we fight? Why do we fight? Why do you fight?
It's fun and I like winning.
Winning's fun.
Winning is fun, guys. Wearing those pretty hats, that's fun. Well, maybe. But being able to wear that hat is fun. Having the skill level to play with people like that is fun. But damn it, do you want to get beat up for the next 10 years? Do you want to wear a red belt for 10 more years? And I'm not talking to the guys that have retired. I'm not talking to the guys that can't come out and play on the weekend. I'm talking to the guys that are there all the time. year after year after event after event after event. Guys,
We're
please.
talking about me.
Again, guys, I fight because I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the competitive edge. I love sitting down at the end of the day and lying to my friends and having them lie to me. I love going to war and walking side by side. I don't even care what household you're in. Jesus Christ, if we are crushing somebody on the field, it's the funnest thing to walk back with that guy, regardless of what's happened between you and him in the past. You guys can go, woohoo, we kicked his ass. You see that? That dude was badass, but we got him. Anybody here not agree with that feeling? All right, please guys, I'm gonna ask you to challenge yourselves. And your knights are only gonna be proud of you if you do this. But go to practice. You can socialize when you're done fighting. Hey man, I'm tired, I've had enough. Yep. I'll see you later. Yep. I can't take anymore, I'm done today. But you know what's gonna happen if you do it? You go to practice and you're there to learn. Every week you'll find yourself getting better because you're actually working on it instead of just hanging out fighting. Lord have mercy. I watch people for all these years come to practice. I see them once every 2 or 3 months. They come out and yeah, they're okay fighters and it's really no real big challenge to go out there and hit them. But here comes the most important thing I think anybody that wants to be a knight needs to learn. Anybody ever see that new guy come to practice? Big guy, strong, might even be really fast, athletic, and then he never comes back. Why?
Thought he was gonna die.
Well, the truth of the matter is, somebody took him and threw him in armor, usually it's a marshal, and he goes, go play. And the guy goes out there and he's getting his shit kicked out of him. Now this is a guy who likes to get beat up. And they never come back. So, when I fight somebody that I know cannot hang with me, the ideal is to stand there and let him do his thing. Oh, shut up. Both of you. I know where you live. All right, the truth of the matter is, if you want to be a knight, you better find some humble. Humble pie is good stuff. It makes friends, actually. There are some people out there that could use a little bit of that. They need some humble pie. And then there are people out there who really don't care if they need some humble pie. But honestly, if you're going to be a knight and you're going to take somebody to the field, if you're going to take them to task every single fight that you have, is it fair to you? Is it fair that I bring myself onto that field and just whoop your ass?
If I'm trying to learn?
Yes. No, it's really not. Because if I just bring it and you don't have any chance whatsoever of winning a fight, did you really learn anything?
Yes.
How to get hit and what you're not doing.
Well, you know what, you might learn what you did wrong.
Learning what you're not doing.
You imagine.
The point I think they're missing, what happens especially on a newer guy, if you go out there and you just bring the pain, you get into fight or flight response. You're no longer learning, and it just is a continual downtime. Performance will get worse. You're thinking about where you're about to get hit. You're not learning.
Okay.
So if you can keep it, like he's saying, 10% above, then you have a chance to see what's going on and a chance to throw something back without you getting hit in the ass.
Now, His Majesty is exactly where I want to be, but I'm going to move past that now. Now, you as a fighter, if I come out there and do that to you, is it really beneficial? I mean, is it really beneficial?
Depends on how long you've been fighting.
Let me ask you this next question. If I did something different, would it be more beneficial?
Than you're used to doing?
No. I'm used to doing all kinds of things. I'm used to standing there and getting used as lapel, all the way to where I go to wear the leaves that I wear. Is it beneficial to you for me to whoop you with no mercy whatsoever every time I see you?
No.
Really?
No.
Okay. Humble pie, guys. Go ahead. Do what His Majesty said. Tone it down. Bring it down. You can still work on your 5 things. You can work on something that doesn't include whooping his butt. But it might include a sense of domination, learning how to control your fight. Who here can control their fight almost every single time? I know I can. I can almost dictate the fight every single time. Can you? Martin, raise your hand.
I had it up.
I know you can. Jeffrey, you understand it though.
Yeah.
You know you can do it for most of the fights you're going to fight. You say 70% of the guys you fight, do you know you can control the fight?
Of course.
Your Majesty, 70%? At least that you can control the fight for the people you fight.
If not more.
Not more. How about you guys? Can you say that? Can you say I go to the field and I can control 75%, 80%, 90% of my fights? Do you know why? You're not training. You're not working on it. You're not doing what you need to do. And anybody that's been fighting for 10 years or more should know this. They should understand how to go out there, tone it down, and by able to tone it down, that means you're in control of yourself. You're capable of controlling the tempo of the fight that you're in. How many of y'all have stood there and did a fight, got beat up, and went, what was I doing? I wasn't even trying to do what I normally do. I'm guilty of this. I know a whole bunch of people's hands that I do not see up in the air. And I know for a fact that if your hand's not up, okay, whatever. If that's what you really think. But I know you've stood there and been hit in a tournament, at war. You've done it in your own backyard.